I sure do hate it when Kevin Conroy can't do Batman voiceovers. Batman Year One. Now, the story for Batman Year One was originally a 4-issue story arc from the original Batman comic book series written by Frank Miller, which was then separated and turned into a graphic novel. I never read the story, so I can't say how faithful this movie is towards that. From what I hear, it's pretty faithful. But I would imagine that reading the story is a lot more intriguing and suspenseful than watching this disappointing 64-minute movie. It's just too short. And it just seems half-assed. A lot of the scenes are only 10 to 15 seconds long. Then when the scene changes, not only does it transcend to something else, it transcends to a different month. The story is supposed to take place during the course of a year, yet watching the movie it feels like a week. You don't get a sense that the characters involved are really going through any type of development. There's a lack of suspense and intrigue. The story focuses on Jim Gordon and Batman, more so Jim Gordon, which I'm okay with because we already know about Batman and all of his humble beginnings. And to be honest, this movie does not tell Batman's story very well. Batman's story just feels generic and all too familiar. Fortunately, the story with Jim Gordon is much more intriguing. You really get to see what his life is like as a cop. The toll that his job is taking on his life, his marriage, his moral integrity. Topped off with some pretty good voice work from Bryan Cranston, which sadly could have been better if he didn't have to rush through his lines. You could definitely tell that the producers and the director told him to rush through the lines because they obviously had some kind of deadline and the movie couldn't be too long. Which really sucks because it really leaves out necessary dramatic pauses and maybe some sighs and emotional grunts or whatever when he speaks his inner monologue. But Cranston does what he can, he does a great job, and his voice work and the story is the best part of the film. As for the voice of Batman, you get Ben McKenzie from The O.C., who gives such a stale and cringeworthy performance. I was seriously grinding my teeth. I mean, imagine this. I stalk the criminals of Gotham at night like a predator. They are my prey. Being good enough. As for Eliza Dushku, who voices Selina Kyle / Catwoman, I can't really say much since Catwoman is the most underdeveloped and underused character in this entire film. It was pointless to even put her in there. And the animation is good. I actually liked the animation. It was very old-fashioned. It moved smoothly. The action was fun and violent. Everything looked slick. Everything had a good look to it. Except for some minor stuff, such as CGI vehicles that never seemed to blend well with 2D animation. And with a pretty lousy character model of Bruce Wayne. To me, he looked more like Superman. What I will say is that this is the grittiest DC animated feature-length film to come out. It doesn't really hold back on the violence or even the language. So it's definitely not for kids. It's definitely very much adult entertainment. But unfortunately, it's just so unfulfilling. This is just a missed opportunity here. This could have been the best DC animated feature to come out, but instead it's one of the worst. The story is just not told with enough emotion. It's not given enough time. 64 freaking minutes. What I will say is that it is entertaining enough. If you're a diehard Batman fan, you're definitely gonna enjoy it in some way or another. And like I said, it's an hour long, so it's not a complete waste of time. I'm Big Gabe of Stuff Burrito Entertainment, and I'm gonna give Batman Year One a 2.5 out of 5 rating. Watch it online, rent it, or wait till it's like $10 and buy it on DVD. So if you read the graphic novel, more or less, how much did they leave out of this film? What did you think of this film? And what's your favorite DC Universe animated feature film to feature Batman? Mine is definitely Batman Under the Red Hood. What?